You know, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was good.
After the biggest win and biggest payday of his entire career against Canelo Alvarez, most fighters would be out celebrating. They'd buy the yachts, the mansions, and disappear on vacation. But Terence "Bud" Crawford isn't most fighters. At 38, an age when most are slowing down, he's already hunting again, and his next target has left the boxing world absolutely stunned. He's not chasing another superstar or payday. He's calling out a 160-pound killer that some say is even more skilled than Canelo himself. And it all began with what looked like a mistake.
Now, Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you don't know, he's at the WBO convention out there at Bogota, Colombia.
I'm here in Bogota, Colombia, celebrating the WBO's 38-year convention.
You know what? Put a pin in that. The WBO convention. Who's the middleweight WBO champion? Janibek. Let me just stop you guys from even thinking about it. Janibek is the unified WBO and IBF champion. Now, Terence "Bud" Crawford is at the damn convention.
Just weeks after dismantling Canelo, Crawford showed up at the WBO convention in Bogota, Colombia, posting clips like any celebrity would. But during one Instagram story, his camera briefly showed something he probably didn't mean to reveal. As the WBO's champion graphics flashed across a big screen, Crawford's image appeared first. Then, for a split second, the next slide popped up. WBO and IBF middleweight king Janibek Alimkhanuly. Bud quickly yanked the camera away like he'd caught himself leaking something major.
Y'all done slipped up, bull jiving, and leaked some shit. Bull jiving. Listen, I was born at night, not last night. And for Terence Crawford, for you to film that by accident, just trying to show your face, and then Janibek show you trying to turn quick, brother, you blew it. Link, 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 link.
The moment went viral instantly. Fans and analysts everywhere asked the same question. Did Bud just leak his next fight? The accident felt too clean to be random. And just hours later, the real bomb dropped. A new, clearly planned video surfaced. Crawford standing tall, fist raised, staring right into the lens. A voice beside him said, "Hey, Janibek, we're looking for you, December 6th. Then Bud leaned in and sealed it with one look and one statement that confirmed it all.
Danny, we're here next. Looking for you. Looking for December 6th. How are you gonna do it?
Got my eyes on you, Janibek.
It was official, a direct public call out. And in today's boxing world, a response came fast. Janibek, known for his icy confidence, reposted the leaked clip with just 2 chilling words: "No problem." When the call-out video dropped, he doubled down, this time posting, "Thank you, bro," with a grin. The fight was no longer a rumor. The fuse had been lit.
Listen, Terence "Bud" Crawford accidentally leaked him versus Janibek. Now, we all know that Janibek has a fight coming up, I think in December against Lara. That's a hard fight. And that is going to be for unification because Lara is the WBA champion. So you got the WBO title, IBF title, and the WBA title all on the damn line. I'm pretty sure Terence "Bud" Crawford, with this leak, is looking forward to fighting the winner. And I think the WBO is leaning towards Janibek because that's their champion. It all makes sense to me. I think I got Lara winning that fight. But if he doesn't, I get it. Janibek, he's a tough cookie, undefeated, right? The southpaw. I think they both southpaws. Well, listen, correct me if I'm wrong. But Terence "Bud" Crawford in line to fight them. You know he fights once a year, all right? So he's going to let them hash it out in December, and he's going to go ahead and fight 2020. It is leaked. It's leaked.
So who exactly is this man that just got the attention of boxing's pound-for-pound king? To casual fans, Janibek Alimkhanuly might sound unfamiliar. No flashy press tours or huge PPV events. But inside hardcore boxing circles, his name carries weight. Known as Kazakh style, he's one of the most avoided men in the sport today.
Boxing Doctor News, hold up, boxing fans. The middleweight division just got spicy. Janibek Alimkhanuly, the IBF and WBO champ, is calling out Terence Crawford. Yeah, you heard that right. Crawford's fresh off his win against Canelo, but Janibek's not impressed. He's ready to rumble if Crawford drops to 160. But here's the tea. Experts are saying this might be Crawford's toughest fight yet. Janibek's young, he's hungry, and he hits like a truck. Crawford's got options, but they're all risky.
He's an undefeated Kazakh southpaw with a record of 17-0, including 12 knockouts that left opponents flat on the canvas. Janibek is the unified WBO and IBF middleweight champion, and he doesn't just win, he dismantles. On boxing forums and among insiders, they describe him with one word: banger.
I love me some Crawford, man. Y'all already know what time it is. But hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janibek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't gotta know much about him. But I'm here to tell you. Speed, power, size, your IQ, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now, right?
And make no mistake, Janibek isn't scared. He's a world champion who believes he's the one calling the shots. He even told Crawford to wait his turn, saying he'll beat both Lara and Adamez first, unify all 4 belts, then deal with Bud. This call-out isn't a payday grab. It's a high-risk, high-stakes challenge. But here's the twist. Crawford's plan goes way deeper than anyone expected. That December 6th date isn't random. On that night, Janibek faces WBA champ Erislandy Lara in a unification fight, and the winner will hold 3 major middleweight belts.
Terence Bud Crawford is going for 4-time undisputed. That is diabolical. That is unheard. 3-time undisputed is ridiculous, okay, for the men. But 4-time undisputed is just damn unheard of. The closest thing to that, and I'm talking about 4-time undisputed in 4 different weight classes. The closest thing to that would have to be, I would think, Manny Pacquiao being lineal champion in 5 divisions. And lineal and undisputed is kind of the same thing. I mean, as far as undisputed is collected, lineal is the man who beat the man who beat the man. Many times, if you're undisputed, you beat the man, right? So, okay, how about this? Terence Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez, he beat the lineal champion who happens to be undisputed. The difference is when you collect all the titles, right? Like he did at 140. When you're collecting the titles, that's a big difference because now you're not just fighting the lineal champion, but you're fighting the top guys. Terence Bud Crawford doing that is honestly more diabolical than even Manny Pacquiao.
Now the full picture comes into focus. Crawford plans to let Janibek and Lara go to war, then swoop in to fight the winner, claiming 3 titles in one night. After that, only one man would remain, WBC champ Carlos Adamez. Bud's mission isn't just another belt, it's to make history. He wants to become the first boxer in the 4-belt era, man or woman, to be undisputed in 4 different weight classes.
Do you see any of those guys, maybe particularly Janibek, because he had 3 belts, do you see him as a real threat to Terence Crawford?
Janibek is a tough guy, but he doesn't fight enough. Not fighting enough. You gotta earn those skills. I love how he fights. He's big, he's strong, he's precise. And I think he might be going to 168. So with all of that being said, hey, listen, we got some things on the table that could really pan out to be fantastic fights.
Do you think that Janibek would be Crawford's toughest? Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of the other guys?
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and poised, and that's going to be a problem.
I'm never really going to give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, you know, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative. Like, man, y'all watching something great right now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career. You know, we really didn't realize it until now, when he's like doing extraordinary stuff, like going up 2 weight classes to fight the best fighter in that division, the #1 guy that's the face of boxing, you know. And the way that I handled that, people like, oh man, something had to be wrong. Canelo had to be washed, or Canelo just wasn't in it. I see people saying, oh, Turkey paid for Canelo to lose, you know. So I just think, you know, when you that much better than the competition, you know, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was. You know, when you look at it, it's still excuses. Like I said before the fight, you know, every one of my biggest fights, I say, I'm going to be prepared for the excuses. When you so great and you so much ahead of your competition, you know, they look at the fighters that you fight and say they nobodies because how much you beat them by, or the level of skills that you know, oppose against them. So when I fight this guy, it's all he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, all he was washed. When I fight this guy, it's an excuse, you know. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, you know, he's too young or whatever. So